Hello. Sensitive souls, empaths, highly sensitive people, especially sensitive women out there. Earth angels, Starseed, chosen ones of God. Highly sensitive women, empath women. I'm sure that you have been dealing with avoidant people, avoidant men throughout your life. And likely you have also been a family scapegoat like I was since childhood. You have been born into a toxic narcissistic family, and unfortunately you have also been encountering those kinds of emotionally unavailable, emotionally distant, maybe even physically distant people who you have ended up trusting and loving and looking up to. So, especially right now, if you're dealing with an avoidant person who you happen to love, you are a woman and this is a man, and you are missing them, you are thinking about them, you're wondering about, will this person reach out to me? They might have blocked you from their phone, for example, and that has felt like a shock to you, as it does usually when we care about someone, when we want to trust somebody, when we have given the space and the time and the effort, the access to our life and to us. You know, you have put in the effort, but it seems like this person is lost and they do not seem to appreciate you. Maybe they've been even toxic. So, of course, my number one support and guidance and advice here, what's coming to me today, is that you should not be waiting around forever. I've been saying that in my videos before. We should not be waiting around forever. But at the same time, if you set ultimatums to this person, you try to reach out to them even though they blocked you, you try to find ways anyway to reach out to them, that can end up pushing them away even more. They have blocked you for that reason because they are being avoidant, they are being immature, they are not being a mature man in this situation, in this relationship that you share together, because he does not seem to be stepping up as a man. So I'm sending you all good vibes today in this moment, who are watching this, who resonate with this, who are my soul people, sensitive souls. We can love so deeply. We're deep thinkers, deep feelers, we're healers. You know, we can be incarnated angels like I am as well. And, you know, because there is so much of that emotion and feeling and a big heart within us, that sensitivity, those are gifts, yes, from God, but at the same time they can of course create issues when it comes to these relationships, and of course for that reason as well, if we have already been abused since children. So that is why, like I've been saying many times, we have to be learning as adults to be valuing and respecting ourselves, because we also have dignity like everyone else. So we're not here to be like suffering endlessly like Jesus was suffering, even though of course it's a gift in a way, but still, you know what I mean, that, you know, I don't think that life should be an endless struggle after struggle, you know, domestic violence, you know, pain and trauma, abusive treatment. And it's not okay if your person who you thought that you have loved is being toxic. They're gaslighting you, they're manipulating you, making you feel always like everything is your fault. So like I just said in my longer video a while ago, when I talked about this avoidant situation, what to do if you're dealing with an avoidant man who you have loved, but they end up hurting you. Your only choice in this matter is to be focusing on peace, to be again breathing, giving it to God, just focusing on your own life, because you cannot be chasing after this person. It's not healthy for you, it's not healthy for them. They are supposed to be, if they messed up, they blocked you. For example, you just wanted a normal conversation with them because you want to be able to trust them. You want to be able to build a future with this person. You have felt like this person is your person. So you have put in the effort. So when it comes to our exes, especially toxic people, toxic exes, we have to step back. As sensitive women, we must step back. Now, of course, this applies if you are a sensitive man also, and you're dealing with a woman who has been treating you this way. Of course, there is no other option but for you to just step back and give them the time and the space that they need to process things. Because, apparently for avoidant people, because they have childhood trauma, they have inner child wounds that they have been projecting onto you. It can be past heartbreak as well from, toxic relationships, for example. So it's too draining. The situation is just too much for both of you. So like I was saying, the only option is to just step back and just let it go. Just give it to the universe, give it to God. Of course, you can be praying and manifesting for them to come back and reach out. But ultimately, the best thing to do is just to give it to God and just let go. And of course, people should not be chasing after one another in a toxic way. Like I've been sometimes saying, let the man chase after you, but that is what I mean is a healthy kind of chasing, not a toxic, controlling, coercive control kind of chasing, not that one, but like in a healthy manner, because, if he messed up, he hurt you, he blocked you, it's his responsibility to fix it. Because your ultimate goal should be, to be in a healthy relationship, especially if you have already been through enough narcissistic, abusive kinds of bullshit relationships ever since childhood. So enough is enough. It has to be enough. You need to set the boundary. You need to set those standards. What do you accept from people? What do you accept in your romantic relationship from that man? So he has to understand where you stand and that your boundaries are firm, your self-respect, your dignity are firm, and that you mean it. So you need to stand your ground again. Like I've been saying, you need to be the woman of your words when you set your boundaries. So, of course, again, these situations, these things are not easy, especially because you are a sensitive soul, you are a sensitive woman, you have already gone through enough abuse in your life. And you can be thinking to yourself, you might be asking God, why is this happening? Well, I would see the lesson behind it, because there is always something positive. So what is the lesson? Maybe this situation is again teaching you to value yourself more, to be standing your ground even more. Because it's about time that you learn how to. And, if you're building that healthy relationship with this man, you're going to be needing to stand your ground in the future as well. Because that avoidant person likely has not apologized to you even for hurting you. They might have been hurting you many times already. It can be a new person, doesn't matter what the situation is, but they have been hurting you, your feelings. They have been like hot and cold, push and pull energy, like pulling you closer and then pushing you away again, which is a typical avoidant person pattern, because that is what they are used to since childhood. So they are just projecting, as romantic relationships, especially close relationships, they bring out the wounded inner child within us. So that is why it's manifesting, it's showing up, because they care about you. But again, usually exes come back after some time. It's not uncommon for an ex, after blocking, after some time, to be reaching out to you. And of course, because we're chosen ones, people want to be around us. Naturally, they are drawn to us. They start to miss our presence, the kindness, the empathy, the loyal relationship pattern, which is what they ultimately are craving for. Everyone wants a healthy, loving, a love-filled relationship. But of course, it's a different thing. Are they actually working towards it? Actions matter more. And so the situation is not, like I was saying, it's not really healthy for you or for them if there is constant negative energy, conflict. They're projecting their issues onto you, which means that they are carrying a lot of baggage, a lot of negative energy, trauma, inner child wounds, childhood trauma within them that they have not been processing before entering a relationship with you. So like I've been saying, some people just don't do that, but that is very unhealthy, because you cannot expect the new person to fix everything for you. That is again an inner child wound speaking. When they assume that you read their mind, basically, that you are there to fulfill all of their needs, and they don't really see you as a separate person. And so of course you again get your answer if they really want to be with you. Do they put in the work? Does this man actually want to be a grown man, a stable, a healthy, a trustworthy partner for you? And they will do it. If they really want it, it will happen. They will step up. They will come back to you. And they will be making sure that you know where they want to stand with you, with this relationship, in this relationship, with this situation. So it will work out. And all you had to do basically was just to, let go, give it to God, relax, take a breath. So stop trying to chase after them. Work on, chase after your own peace of mind, your own health, what matters to you, your children, your daily life, because those are what ultimately matter more. The other person has to do their own inner work. So even if you pray and manifest for them to message you, let's say in 10 minutes or tonight or tomorrow, whether that happens or not, you should not be stressed about that. Of course, you can pray and manifest those things, but also to be able to understand that we just have to give people the space to think. And also a reminder that if you're always there trying to reach out to them, trying to make them to communicate with you, the words basically become empty in this way, that they are not really hearing you, they are not listening to you, because they are so wounded. They need that space in order to think and feel, process their feelings, whatever it is, because especially if you have a strong connection and they experience this deep love towards you. So even more so for those reasons, they will need some time, let's say from a few days to, for example, a few weeks. They need time and space. So as they have set the boundary clearly with you when they have blocked you and withdrawn, pulled away from you, pulled back from you, and also hurt you in that process, you know, shocked you, that suddenly they're out of your life. Well, I would not dump the entire connection and relationship just based on this. Of course, it depends on also on different factors. How long have you been knowing this person? Has this happened before? But anyway, the key is that if you want to build a healthy relationship, a stable relationship, there has to be accountability, there has to be respect, there has to be, you know, normal decency. Because again, that entire relationship cannot be just on your shoulders as a woman. We can so easily end up, you know, giving our energy, our attention, our love, our care, you know, everything to the wrong people, and then wonder about, wonder like, why are we so tired and drained and exhausted, etc. Well, of course it is, because if you always give to others and it seems like you're not getting anything back. So if this person seems like they have their own agenda again, that they're being immature and selfish, and it seems like you cannot say anything to them, you have to walk on eggshells, that you feel like you need to please them, or it's not a stable relationship, it's not a stable situation. So you should pull back too. So again, it's really about also learning how to be backing yourself up, being on your own side as well, and not abandoning yourself just because you feel a strong connection and a love for someone. If they are truly your person, they will come back, they will take accountability for hurting you, because if they hurt you, they also hurt themselves. And deep down, they do understand that they have hurt you, they have done you wrong. So there has to be accountability and responsibility. If you are building something healthy together, there has to be. So hold on to that boundary. Self-love always first. It should always come first. Of course, put God first as well, that you need to love and value yourself and know yourself. Respect yourself, accept yourself first. Those have to come first. Paying attention to the red flags in people, not be putting up with bullshit, because it's only draining you and hurting you. So that is not acceptable. And that is why we need those healthy boundaries. We need those healthy, firm boundaries. We need to stand our ground. Doesn't matter how kind we are, but it's not a weakness. We just have to realize, learn, be accountable to also take care of ourselves. And you guys can even have very similar situations you have both gone through childhood trauma experiences. But the difference can be, if you as a woman, you've done your own work, but they as a man, they have not done their work. But your job anyway as a woman should be in your feminine energy, not in your masculine, because that's what will drive him away. So he needs to be in his own masculine energy, healthy masculine energy. He needs to grow up from a little boy to be a man. And you can just observe if he's doing that. You're not his mother, you're not his free therapist, you're not his free coach. So just, like I said, just pull back and take a breath. So, hope this helps. Thank you for supporting my work, subscribing to my YouTube channel, sharing my videos, liking them. Like I've been saying, I'm planning on popping up live more on my YouTube and Instagram both. Usually I just share these because I work for God, and so I share these downloads and guidance, you know, information. So usually that is why I just tend to record these videos, because it's easier for me, so I'm not distracted by any comments or anything. But yeah, so thank you, and you know, I do one-on-one sessions if you're interested, if you need more help and support one-on-one. Also, my self-help book will help you if you're feeling very anxious right now and alone.